Hello. It says, oh, there it is. Yay. Um, Hello again, everybody. Anyone there? I realized that I still want to like stream, but I didn't want to play Silk Song anymore. So I ended stream, told my dad about what happened with the washing machine and all that bullshit, which I'm sure I'll go into again today. Um, Not today, but like on this version of the stream. Also, I remember when I did a 10-hour stream and I swapped games towards the end and it made or in the middle of it and it made things very annoying editing wise. So I think what I might try to do is like end stream and so yeah, I just thought I'd calm down a little bit with some power washing simulator. So we're gonna also, you know what? We're also gonna play some. We're gonna also have some music going on in the background because why not? So yeah, we're just gonna chill out with some chill washing. I won't be on long. It'll be a pretty small one. Oh yeah, that's right. We're gonna continue on with the barn. I started that. I forgot. So interesting thing. So we got a new we got a new also hold on, I gotta move this around. We got a new AC furnace. Argy, is that you?
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm streaming again.
How are you? Okay.
I
What's
was
up?
I was playing some Power Wash and I thought why not?
Gotcha.
That boss was it was very hard.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Which is fine because like I don't expect every boss to be easy. I will say
No,
compared
I get it.
to like the bosses that I had in Silk Song, the bosses in Hollow Knight have been less fun because
Okay.
like both less challenging and less like creative. Like in Silk Song there were
Okay.
like so many different kinds. But then again, I'm going
Makes
from
sense.
huh?
I said that makes sense. I
Yeah.
mean,
I mean, I'm
it
going
was
from
their first game.
yep. And I was like, I know I heard the Radiance was hard. I didn't realize it was this hard. And there's a thing. So there are currently, I think, 4 or 5 endings in this game. So there's the base ending,
Uh-huh.
Sealed Siblings. So I got those two. Then the one I have is like Dream No More. And then there's another one that involves you doing God Home, which
Mm-hmm.
is you go to this very specific place, do this very specific thing, and you basically face the Pantheon, which is like all of the bosses in the game in like a giant boss rush, you know?
Okay.
And I think it ends with the boss I'm doing now, which is the Radiance, but a harder version of it. And I was like, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. So I will continue on with the Radiance probably tomorrow or Sunday. One of those 2 days, most likely tomorrow, since you and I have plans on
Gotcha.
Sunday.
Yeah.
Assuming, okay, so I didn't tell you this because I forgot to mention it. Right now, you and I are still good for Sunday. Still 100%
Okay.
good. Let me just put that out there. But
Mhm.
given the current issues with TSA and all that fun stuff, there is a chance my dad's flight gets canceled.
Okay.
And if it does get canceled, then he's just not going to go on the trip and he'll just stay home for the weekend. So,
Okay.
and if that does happen, then you can still come over and we can still hang out. It's just I don't think we'll be able to do any adult time stuff because I feel uncomfortable doing that with my father in the house, you know?
Yeah, it's okay.
But we can still cuddle.
Mm-hmm.
So I know it's not everything, but it's something.
No, it's good. I want cuddles.
Also, you are streaming. Your voice is transmitting, by the way.
I know.
Okay, just want to make sure. I don't mind if people hear this
I
because
assumed.
I don't give a shit.
I assumed so.
So in one of the YouTube shorts that I posted, I put like the whole like path of pain, which is like the really. Do you remember me be getting really angry with the mushroom?
Uh-huh.
So there's this. It's like that last one. There's kind of something like that called the path of pain in this one. So were you watching when I was in the White Palace? I can't remember if that was. It's all blurring together.
I don't know if I was watching at that point.
Did you watch me pogo around spikes and buzzsaws?
No.
Okay, then okay. So basically, in order to get like in order to get anything past the base ending of the game, you have to go into the secret area called the White Palace, which is basically where the protagonist of the game, the White King, went. Like he took his castle in there to like as like a final like fu to the plague, the corruption, whatever you want to call it. So you have to go in there, and your job, you just have to navigate it to get the King Soul. It was lots of platforming. It was very annoying. I was getting very angry, and I was following a guide too, because the guide was like, "Oh yeah, there's a like a way you can get past. Like there's a hidden thing here to help you get past all of this." So I followed a guide. Still struggled. At the end of it, I said, something to the effect of, I know I've heard, like, assuming it's worse than this, which I think it is because I've heard rumors of the Path of Pain. I'm like, I'm not doing that. I hated this. And if the path of pain is harder, no, I'm not doing this. Not at all. I'm not doing Path of Pain. It's not happening. And then someone commented being like, yeah, we all say that. And then we go do the Path of Pain. I was like, and then I just put cries and buzz saws. So that was fun.
That's funny.
How are your games with Culty?
They're really good. We did really, really well.
I'm glad you had a good time.
Yeah.
I'm glad you had a really good time.
Yeah, we had a really good time.
Those 2 hours just flew by, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, so you want to hear something interesting? So the company we got our furnace and AC from, they sent, I think I told you that they sent a perishable box to my dad as like a gift.
Yeah.
So inside of it, there was a branded lunchbox, like one of those like soft ones that people could take like the office and stuff. Like it looks really nice. It just has their logo on it and stuff. And inside of it was a sleeve of what I assume are either white chocolate chip cookies or white chocolate chip macadamia nut cookies. I'm leaning more towards white chocolate chip. My dad's like, "Do you want these?" I'm like, yes, please. I deserve them after the bullshit with the with the washing machine." And he's like, "Good, because I'm not going to eat them." I'm like, "Good, I will."
Gotcha.
So I now have a sleeve of cookies. If you're tired, you don't have to stay on.
No, I'm okay right now.
Okay.
I haven't taken my meds yet, and that's what I really need to do is go take meds.
Yeah. Before you, yeah. I'm glad they're working out for you. NyQuil doesn't work well for me.
Yeah, no, NyQuil has been working wonders for me.
Because, like, maybe it's my own fault because, like, sometime, like, the last time I took it, it wouldn't surprise me. I drank some soda. Like, I chased it with water, and then I think it wouldn't surprise me I had soda afterwards waiting for it to kick in. I don't know. But usually when I take things like melatonin, NyQuil, anything like that, I sleep for 4-ish hours, wake up,
Uh-huh.
groggy as all hell, but unable to go back to sleep. Like those four
Right.
hours I do sleep, I'm out like the dead. But
Right.
Dayquil works pretty well for me. So sometimes I've just taken that and then gone to bed.
Uh, I've been taking Mucinex. I've been taking Mucinex during the day, and then NyQuil at night.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Then also when I take NyQuil, I usually take the pill form because I don't like the liquid. I've heard that
Oh yeah, I'm not a fan.
like sometimes the liquid's better because the pill just I don't know just doesn't want to work sometimes. So they're
Yeah.
like, well, next time just try taking the liquid. And I'm like, okay. The problem with anything of those medications is I don't get sick super often. So
Right.
there is no like, all I need is like 1 or 2 servings, right? Maybe 4 or 5. So the if you can get the common serving, like what however many ounces it is, and put it in half or even a third, that would be better for me because
Uh-huh.
sure enough, I never use the rest of it, and then by the time I get sick again, I'm like, oh, this expired 2 years ago, and my sister will be like, I mean, it still works, it's just less effective. I'm like, yeah, but I'd rather have shit that's fully effective because I'm not partially sick, I'm fully sick. So I really wish there were like smaller containers. So I don't need a full size thing of Nyquil. I just need like a half of what they normally have, or like a third. You know what? Give me like how they have like there's traveler things of like shampoo. Give me a traveler things of like NyQuil, and I'll buy like 1 or 2 of those, and that will be fine.
Gotcha.
Oh, you didn't want to join him for Fortnite?
I don't play Fortnite.
Oh, I thought he was doing Rivals this late. Am I wrong? Am I misremembering?
But Rivals is next.
Oh, okay. I got okay. Yeah, I'm probably gonna finish the barn, and then I'll probably call it for the
Okay.
night. I was like, well, I'm gonna
Gotcha.
play this, and I was like, you know what? Why not? Why not stream it? Chill vibe, chill vibes. I already because anytime I
All
try to
good.
stream, I try to get at least one clip to put to like YouTube or TikTok. I put 3 of them from Hollow Knight and everything, so I'm good. Yeah. Hmm. I already let. So tomorrow I need to go to the store. I need to buy beer. I need to buy Monster. I need to buy food, and I need to buy dog food because Willow's getting very low. Oh, and then Poppy's gonna be at the house starting tomorrow evening until my sister comes
Gotcha.
back from her trip on Thursday.
Gotcha.
So I will most like if my father does go on his trip and we do have some private time, I will probably try to do my best to put Willow in her crate. And hopefully she won't scream too loudly. Because she will scream.
Yeah.
Well, when we live together, if we adopt any other dogs, like after Willow passes away, then it'll be easier
Uh-huh.
to train them to like not be on the bed during certain times.
Yeah. Yeah.
And also
Definitely.
Willow loves you so much. Like you're like her favorite visitor person, so she's like, I want all of the cuddles. Like as soon as you left
Yeah.
last time you stayed over, it seemed like either she was coming down from like a sugar high or she was moping. I cannot tell which. I cannot tell which.
Mhm.
My insecurities
It's
tell me that she
okay.
was moping. She was like, "Oh, one of my favorite people is gone. Now I'm just stuck with this asshole
It's
that
okay.
ignores me and plays video games." I will say one thing that I love about Power Wash is like the weird store. I never pay attention to it, but I'm like, how would a barn get this dirty everywhere? Like even the top of the roof. It's just it's just an interesting thought to me.
People not taking care of it.
Well, there's not taking care of it, and then there's feces on the top of the roof, and you're like, how?
At that point, I don't know.
I mean, it's just an excuse to like have to clean the whole building in a game, so it's just funny. Like, uh-oh. Okay. Sorry, the web browser kind of freaked out for a second. Well, they're both currently freaking out. Apparently, it doesn't like me playing Power Wash. Oh well.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Hmm. What is going on? Let me try something. Hi, KGT.
Hi.
How are you doing? Whoa. So apparently, I can have one stream open.
Oh no.
I can have because like my computer is not like me playing this and having two streams open and streaming myself. I think it's just my graphics card or like a processor just like no, pick one. I'm like okay, which is weird. So I've done this with like other PC games, which I don't know. Maybe Power Wash is just surprisingly PC heavy. I don't know. I don't know.
Either.
So you got any plans tomorrow besides play video games?
I'm gonna try to plan and start working on my whatchamacallit, my what was I thinking? Uh, um, D&D stuff. I gotta prep. I gotta prep that kind of thing.
Oops. Pressed the wrong button. Oh, that's neat. Is this for your
Yeah,
Wednesday campaign or your like Tuesday campaign?
yeah. Wednesday. I'm not DM on my Mondays.
Oh, it's Monday. That's right.
I just show up.
Oh, KT, am I okay? I'm fine. I'm just getting a little tired. You know, I streamed for the stream says 7-ish hours, but it was more like 6. And then after the whole thing with the washing machine, I'm just like kind of done with today with that. And then I didn't get to beat the boss that I was trying to beat because it's really, really hard. So, well, yeah. But mainly the tired part. Um, yeah, it's been a long day. Not like y'all's has been because I didn't work today. So, so did the emotes for Colty's hype train drop?
Yes.
Are they good?
Yeah, I mean it's an interesting one. I don't know if it's good or not because I haven't really truly paid attention to it.
I
But
want to see it. Let me see. Let me see. No, I need. So it's gonna be my emotes. Hype train. Okay. So we have confetti hype, which is meh. Who's this diva, which matches Colty to an obscene degree. Raccoon pop is interesting. That's pretty much all the ones I see. I do have one from a different channel called Henlo there, and then one called Batter Up. I don't know where they're from, but
I don't know.
hmm. Okay. The raccoon was the current one, but I got the miss one from earlier. Oh yeah, because we hit not only tier 4, but we also hit tier 5 for the hype train. So that's probably why we got 2. At least I guess. Mhm. If I get the motivation this weekend, I kind of want to bathe Willow. And I still also want to go to the piercing salon to get my other PA ring. But
Gotcha. We
but
can always do that
I've been
tomorrow.
I've been saying that for weeks.
Well,
I'm sure you're tired of me saying that I'm gonna do it and I never do it.
I'm not tired of it, baby. I'm never tired of you.
I just thought about I'm like, so when I beat Hollow Knight, what am I gonna stream then? Because like I have no idea.
Okay.
Because like the Hollow Knight franchise has been like 100 hours of like all of it streamed. Actually, they're like the first games that I've put on like YouTube and stuff, because like the other games I streamed I never put on there. Like Gears of War or whatever. So it's
right?
just like, what do I do then? I mean, I could I could do Spyro or Crash Bandicoot again.
True.
I don't think I beat the first Crash Bandicoot game, or maybe I did. I didn't start with the second. I don't remember. So I could do that.
You could.
Um, but I don't really have a whole lot of games I'm interested in playing right now. Like even things like, even if Destiny was good, like in a good place, it's just that's not something that I can play all the time. I would need something
I got you.
to supplement it. And Battlefield can't be that either, because that involves playing with friends.
I got you.
So, hi Owen, what are you still doing awake? Shouldn't you be asleep? You feel sick? Oh no. Like, is it a sickness? Is it from your some of your health issues, or is it like a new kind of sickness? Because I know apparently around here we have this like cold thing going around. I mean, Argus is getting over it right now. Like I'm gonna throw up. Oh no. Hi Zoe. I hate that feeling. I know some people prefer to throw up because so they can get over the sickness feeling. Like they would rather like throw up than feel like they're gonna throw up, whereas I'm the opposite. I would rather feel nauseous than actually throwing up, because I hate throwing up. I understand that the relief is better when you just throw up because like it's gone, but I don't know. I just don't like it. I know some people, or I used to know some people, who, especially when they were drinking, the moment they feel like oh, I feel kind of sick, I might throw up, they make themselves throw up. Just be like, oh, feel that throw up feeling's gone. I feel better now. And I'm like, I could not. I hate throwing up. Like, I would choose spicy diarrhea over throwing up. Even if the diarrhea lasted twice as long as the throwing up, I don't care. I just use a lot of like wet wipes to calm my burning butthole. Ain't this like a wonderful conversation?
I love it.
KG's like totally here for the convo. I know.
So,
Oh, KGT, if you want, we're in like one of Argus's general voice chats, just chatting while I play this and
uh-huh.
stream. You are more than welcome to join us if you want. As if I thought up, I can't go to the club run. As if I thought it up, I can't go to the club pro runners. Oh no. I know, I'm sure you were probably looking forward to it, and it's like part of your job or whatever, but like, oh no, you can't go to a social obligation? You have to stay home away from people? That sounds so terrible. Even though I know you're probably looking forward to it. Or you need to do it for work or something. I see. I'm tired, but I think I may try and join Culty Forbidden Games. Okay. I'm also gonna go to the theater tomorrow. Oh, okay. Well, KGT, have fun with the games. And I know you're tired, but hey, I mean, I don't know what your weekend plans are like, but at least it's Friday, right? So if you stay up a little later than normal, we just sleep in a little bit later, you know? C6. Yeah. Um, I feel like I'd be very surprised if I got motivated enough to give Willow a bath tomorrow, because that's especially since we don't have a washing machine, so I can't. You know what? I think since I can't do it, even if I get the motivation to, because I already used like 10 towels to clean up the water mess downstairs, and I can't use another 3 of them
Right.
to dry her off since I don't have a washing machine right
Right.
now. So I'm already gonna tell myself no bathing Willow this weekend.
Okay.
Not because I'm lazy. I mean, that's a big part of it, but also I'm running out of towels.
Okay. It's okay.
Maybe as to supplement that, even though I brushed her recently, if I can get a little motivation to it, I will I'll at least give her another brushing, even though I gave her one like 2 days ago. Thank you so much, Owen, for the 5 stream streak. I greatly appreciate it. And yay, no dog bath. Woo! Wait a minute, do I not have stream alerts on this one? Hold on. Oh, okay, I do. Hey Argus, can you do a quick just a quick hydrate port redemption? I just want to make sure that the stuff's transferring coming over.
Yeah.
I did refund you for the 10 minutes of no cursing because okay, it's coming through because I
Yeah.
was so angry. I'm like I cannot in good conscience take your points.
It's okay.
And I'm gonna stretch for cool. Wait, can I do points on my own? Can I do my own points?
Yes.
I can?
Yep.
Oh, I can. Oh.
Did you not believe me?
No, I just, it's one of those things where like I was already clicking the button, so like might as well, right? Can I can I can I refund the 100 points that I spent on mine?
Yeah, but you probably can, but it just goes back to zero.
Well, technically since it's mine, I have infinite points because it's on your stream you have infinite points. So
Okay.
I got that infinite points, yo. I hated saying that. I'm never going to say that again. It was awful. It was awful. It was so awful. Um okay. But yeah, I'm still surprised that I not only beat Silk Song, but I've technically beaten Hollow Knight. Um, so I am surprised. I am happy. So, you know,
Yeah.
cuz I mean hell, like I remember when I played the game, Jason was like oh, Hollow Knight's like the Dark Souls of platformers. And I'm like, oh, I don't want to play Dark Souls because that seems infuriating and hard, and I don't want to do that.
Right.
Considering it's also like part of me, you know, the thought I literally just had was like, I can play Dark Souls instead, but I'm like, no, that involves a lot of like builds and stats and everything that I have no desire to learn or to do. So,
Right.
that's my big problem with it. Cuz I thought about it. I was like, "Ooh, that sounds like a great idea." But I guess I can find some more platformers maybe. Part of me was like, "Ooh, play Ori again so it's recorded." But I'm like, I don't do very well with playing games a second like a multiple times.
Again.
Oh my god, Argus with the
Yeah.
15 stream streak. Thank you so much, baby. I love you.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks. I'm so happy. But yeah, I don't do very well with playing games again. I mean, of course, the argument could be made that like, oh, Destiny is just the same thing over and over again, but like, it's not. It is, but it isn't.
It kind of is, but it kind of isn't. You're right.
Yeah, it's not like a single player game. So, yeah, I think tentatively it'll be yeah, I think tentatively it'll probably be either Spyro or Crash Bandicoot or something, you know.
Okay.
I might change my mind. Like honestly, before like when I beat the game and I'm done with it, because honestly, I'm really close to. I'm not gonna get 112%. There's no way. Um,
Right.
because 112% requires me to play and beat the God Home. Which, I mean, depending on how I feel about the game after Beat the Radiance, I might at least try it and probably just nope out of there as soon as I'm like, nope, 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 nope. And then she'll be like, I'm done. Thank you, Hollow Knight. Like, I think I would try the Silk Song 5-hour speed run before I try to beat the God Home thing. That would be wild, right? Oh, I was also thinking about this, right? When I let Willow out to pee, because I also had to pee myself, and I'm like, because Colty's doing his birthday stream, and I'm like, oh well, if I did a birthday stream or like an anniversary stream, what would I do? And I'm like, well, most people do
Uh-huh.
like point redemption, like, oh, I'll try to do this thing or I'll go do this thing, right? And I'm like, well, what would I do? I'm like, because I don't have like a huge audience, so I can't do like, oh, well, if I get 50 subs, I'll do like the first redemption can't be at like 50, but I'd be like, oh, well,
Right.
you know, if I get like 10 subs, I'll get Path of Pain. I'll do Path of Pain in Hollow Knight. My friend Baxter, or even you, would do that just to make me angry and be like, have fun. I'm like, no.
Right.
So I'm like, I don't want it to be like too high, but I don't want it to be too low. But I have plenty of time to think about it. I mean, my sub anniversary isn't until August. Like, bless it and call it September 1st. It's like August 27th or some shit. Um, and then like the only other notable thing is like I started streaming like end of January. I think my first stream was like January like 30th or something. That's not really like in terms of what typically people do for milestones. It's not really a milestone that really matters.
Right.
But I'm like, if I wanted to, I could do something like that. And then if you and I wanted to, we could do like our anniversary stream besides us celebrating it as well if we wanted to. But it's also not something we have to do. Nor do I. I don't think we. Never mind. No, we shouldn't. That's dumb. Not everything needs to be celebrated through Twitch or streaming or anything, and that's something I'm gonna have to like get used to. Which apparently I hear is a pretty common problem with people who first get into content creation. Like if you talk to anyone who's been in content creation for like multiple years, like 10 or something years, it's like they'll be like, oh, at the beginning, everything was for content or everything was for streaming. Like, any opportunity I had, I would do it. But then after a while, you learn, oh, I want to keep some things just for me. Like, I can't play video games because now it's a job.
No, I get it. That makes sense.
Um, which I totally understand too. I don't think I'll ever get to that point because these are people who play video games for like 40 plus hours a week and they make videos and all that fun stuff. I hear it's not as bad for people who just stream, but then they also stream more than 40 hours.
Right.
Like I know Dado when he was doing it was like, oh well, I had to start treating it like a job, and that was something he started doing when he met and married his wife. Like he's like, oh, I treat it like a
Uh-huh.
job. I do it 40 hours a week. I had 2 days that are always off.
Uh-huh.
Because he's like a workaholic and everything. Because he'll like stream
Uh-huh.
for like 8 or 9 hours and then video edit for like 10, like another like 3 or 4 hours. I don't make videos. Like the only type of video editing that I do is what I can do in like Twitch highlights or YouTube Studio. But YouTube Studio doesn't do well with multi-hour long streams. Like I submitted the 6 or 7 hour stream I just finished to YouTube Studios because I'm
Uh-huh.
hoping I can like clip out when I was gone for like an hour and a half or like an hour
Right.
for everything. But last time I tried that, the video after a full day wouldn't finish processing, so I couldn't actually.
So weird.
Yeah, because like it loaded, but I clicked editor and it has to process the video again so I can like clip it, but after a long time it still wouldn't do it. So I'm like, I'm not gonna bother. So I just put it in the comments. And if that happens again, then I'll shoot it again. Be like, hey, from like this time to this time, I was away from my computer because of people were delivering an appliance. I couldn't edit it
Uh-huh.
out because YouTube Studio does not like long stream videos. So, well, after I beat Hollow Knight, I'm gonna do my best to do more art at least because I haven't drawn
I
anything in
gotcha.
over a month. So that's definitely not video game related, but that's something. I can't wait to get the negative comments being like, "Man, you suck." And there's a part of me that kind of wants the comments, so it's faster and easier for me to be like, "Oh, I shouldn't care about comments at all."
Yeah,
Like I
you
just
should come on.
yeah, I know. I know that logically, but like emotionally, I haven't grasped that yet. Like I'll get like one
I gotcha.
negative seeming comment and I'm just like, "Oh, now I'm sad." Um like
I
now it's
gotcha.
already affected me because like they made fun of me clapping at the end of a boss and now I'm like, okay, well if something not good happens, I shouldn't clap. But to be
You
fair,
totally should.
no, well to be fair, in Hollow Knight there hasn't been a whole reason to like do the whole clapping thing because the bosses haven't been as as fun to play or as difficult as the ones in Silksong. Like they are difficult. Don't get me wrong, and they are fun to play. But Silksong was just better with boss design.
I gotcha. Well, I mean, they also, it being their second game,
Oh yeah, and it just being newer. So
right?
I'm not saying that Hollow Knight's bad. I'm just saying this is one of the things that happens when you play like the first game in a sequel. Does that mean you don't listen to happy comments? No, I what I'm hoping happens is I develop enough of a thicker skin in terms of comments because okay, my goal since I'm still small enough is I will still acknowledge or respond to the positive or neutral comments on shorts and videos and stuff on YouTube. I don't know about TikTok yet because TikTok is a bit weird. But I hope when I see the negative ones, I'm just like, whatever. And just go about my day versus being like, oh no, this like I will say though, if I ever post another short about cheesing a boss, turn the comments off because people get really pissy.
Yeah. It's okay.
Because I had this thought when I was walking Willow the day it happened, and I was like, well, if it was like a really, because people, the comments I got was like, this boss was so easy you didn't have to cheese it. It could have been the most difficult boss ever, and there would be people like, oh, you didn't do it legitimately because you cheesed it. So like with cheesing or like something like that, there is no winning because it feels like it's less deserved. So anything, especially if I call it a cheese, right? Like if I do a boss fight and I just notice like, oh, it's like there's this one corner that they don't go to as often that I can like heal or whatever. Just don't call it a cheese. Just be like, oh, I did it. Like don't acknowledge what I did. But when I call it a cheese specifically, I should just keep comments off. Just turn them off.
It's definitely a choice.
Yeah. Because I posted a cheesing short for the one in Silk Song for Gull the Great, and I didn't get any negative comments. You know what? Actually, let me see. Let me see. Uh, yeah, because my oh, someone already disliked my how like my and like when I beat the game, and I was like, oh, it's really good. Like I blah 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 blah, and people already did that, so that's funny. Let's see. Let me see. Yeah, so here it is. On October 19th, I posted a where I cheesed Gall the Great, and my title was "Call Me Gouda" because I cheesed it. It has 1,000 views with 5 likes, no dislikes. So like when it comes to cheesing in general, you can't win. But the thing is, like,
I mean, you can also just simplify it in on the internet. You can't win.
yeah, well, you can't win. Yeah, that's what I bet. I think the internet was implied, and I should not have made it implicit. Um, but at the same time, the comments haven't been what I call malicious. They've just been negative critiques. And since I have willingly and I'm going out of my way to like post things on the internet for strangers to see, I have to learn to accept the good with the bad, you know? Like I won't tolerate if someone calls me like slurs and stuff. Like if they listen to us talking about like, "Oh, I love you." And they're like, "Oh man, look at those queers." And I'm like, "That's not cool." But like if someone's just like, "You didn't need to cheese that boss cuz it was an easy boss." LOL. I'm like, "Oh, well. You're probably right, but yeah." So that's something that I have to learn. I mean, I'm overly sensitive to critiques in almost every facet of my life. Where it's work, like hell, you've seen it when we played video games before I started streaming. Like you're just like, hey, why you do this? I'm like, I'm trying my best, okay? Get off my back. And you're like, I was literally just saying press the A button to open the door. And I was like, oh, I'm sorry. So I think it's gonna force me to work on that. I mean, the good thing with TikTok, at least, I could just turn off comments.
True.
I mean, I could do that for both, but I feel like TikTok's full of.
I'm gonna go.
Oh,
I'm gonna go grab my medications
you gonna go to your
and go
medications?
take them because I haven't taken them yet.
Oh, hold on a second. Let me save, and then I'm gonna give you a proper goodbye before you hop off. Um, Mute Discord. I thought he was hopping off, but apparently he's just literally just gonna go get his medication. I thought it was like I'm gonna get my medication and then hop off, or I'm gonna go hop off and then get my medication. So, but yeah, I'm hopeful. Like, listen, I said aloud to myself for years, with like either by myself or to my friends, when I would see those people online, like YouTube or whatever, post videos like people are so mean to me on the internet. I know they mean that people are saying stuff like death threats or being like sexually harassing, and that's never okay. And I'm not trying to excuse it, but I've also heard of people doing videos when they just get like negative critiques. And even if people are being mean, it's not abuse in the sense it's not sexual abuse, it's not harassment. It's just people being like, "Man, you're trash at this game," or something like that, you know. And while I wish it didn't happen, because no one deserves to be, because they're just trying to spread their perspective and to spread their joy, and people are making fun of them for it and giving them grief for it. And while no one deserves that, it would be remiss to not acknowledge that it's the internet. There are assholes on the internet, and therefore you have to understand that you will get trolls and you will get people like that. How you choose to deal with it is
Okie
up to
dokie.
you. Oh, I thought you were hopping off because I like muted
No,
everything.
I meant I say what I mean. I was going to get my medication.
Yeah. I'm just talking about like negative comments and everything.
You're good.
Um.
I've been listening the entire time.
Oh, okay. But
And
while
once again, I was downstairs, so I couldn't say anything.
Oh, well, my wireless headphones, sometimes I can go upstairs and I can still hear things, but other times it just crackles in and out and I can't hear shit. So,
I can hear throughout my entire house.
when I go outside to pee, it crackles.
Yeah.
Um, but I think it's through.
No, this headset is really, really good.
I guess that's also through more layers because it's through the wall to my bedroom and the wall goes outside. Versus when I go upstairs to get food, it's just the wall up. So, anyway, my thought. Oh, so I knew on some level subconsciously, me posting things on the internet, I'm gonna get at some point. It would be, I don't want to say ignorant. It would be wishful thinking of me and ignorant of me to think that every person who comments on all of my stuff is just going to be either nice or neutral. There will be people who post negative things. I have to learn that. So, and thank you, Argus, for telling me you could just delete them if you don't like them. So that helps. Um, I remember years ago, Game Grumps, they every once in a while they'll still bring it up where they're like, "Oh, we don't read comments," or if we do read comments, the negative comments they read them in funny voices to make it less hurtful. So instead of being like, "Oh, you're trash at this game," be like, "Oh my god, you're trash at this game," you know? And I'm like, that's interesting because I feel like, and I always thought
Right.
like, I'm like, why would you go searching for the negative comments? It's like, well, there is no, if you want to react to the positive comments, you're gonna see the negative ones because on YouTube Studios you click comments and the only option is unresponded. So either comments you haven't replied to, hearted, liked, or disliked. Like there is no mark as read like a notification, which sucks. Um,
Yeah.
I wish I didn't have to acknowledge a comment and I can still get it off of that screen. But um,
I mean, or you can just not look at them at all.
I know, but I like when people say nice things and they spend the time to post a comment, and I like to respond to those.
Okay.
But especially with that, I have to acknowledge that I'm gonna see the negative comments. There's no filter being
Well,
like,
that's what I was talking about. That's what I was going to say is You kind of have to, if you want to look at the comments, you have to accept the bad ones.
Oh no, I
And if you
do.
can't accept the bad ones, then don't look at the comments.
Yeah, I mean, if it ever gets to a point where I'm getting negative comments and it's just making me spiral and it's making me really bad, then yeah, I won't look at them at all. But that's why one of the things I was talking about, and you may have been here before you joined, I'm like, it's gonna have to force me to get a thicker skin. So yeah, I don't like the fact that I have to get a thicker skin. I would rather, if people don't like something, they just don't say anything. But that's not how the world works. That's how I choose to operate.
How the world works.
That's how I choose to go through the world, you know. For a stranger on the internet, if I don't like something, I just out loud say that's dumb or you're dumb. I don't feel the need to like post it.
Nope.
I don't feel that need. But some people do. Some people feel that need.
If only everyone was like that.
Yeah. Because I don't, and like, I'll be real with you, right? So specifically, let's say hypothetically, about the cheesing comment, right? Because that's the one that happened. It was, this boss is really easy. Why did you cheese it? Like, that's the overall message. Like, boss was too easy, you didn't have to cheese it. That's the message. In part of my head's like, okay, well, if they had said, I personally don't feel like that boss was difficult enough to warrant you cheesing it, but I mean, you do you. That it wouldn't surprise me if that also, because that's leaning more towards neutral with a slight negative undertone. That also could still make me feel bad, being like, oh no, this random stranger on the internet said that I did something that I didn't have to do. Oh no, what am I gonna do? But that's just my anxiety popping into play, right? So like I get it. Because I've seen videos about people cheesing bosses, being like, that boss wasn't hard, why'd you cheese it?
Right. Yeah.
So you gotta take the good with the bad. I've gotten several nice comments. Or even like funny comments that I'm like, this makes me feel good. And I'm happy that I have made something interesting enough for it to be commented upon. In general, good or bad. Because if it was trash videos, then like in my head, because the opposite of love isn't hate, it's disinterest. So like from that kind of thing, like if it was so bad, or if you hated it or if you didn't like it so much, you wouldn't even post anything, you would just scroll past it. So something about it resonated enough with someone to make them leave a comment. So objectively, even the bad comments, I'm like, well, I'm doing something right. But I'm sensitive because I have poor mental image issues, self-image issues. So
I get it.
I know you get it, sweetheart. Hell, I'm sure you've encountered it yourself, especially since you play with a pup hood on. And there are plenty of people, not only straight people, but also gay people who find the whole pup thing weird.
All over TikTok.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, so I'm sure you've gotten a lot of it.
I mean, hell, the video that I have you and me in it.
The picture?
Has a bunch of bad.
Wait, the picture?
Bad comments on it.
Or like, there's a video of us?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought there was a picture of us when we went to Helen.
I mean, it's pictures, but it's in succession. There's multiple pictures.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I've only posted clips from streams on TikTok. I keep forgetting that you can post like slideshows of pictures and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot about that. So yeah, like gay, straight people are not happy sometimes with anything of the fetish communities.
Nope.
Furries, pups.
Well, it's not even a fetish community, but
fetish / kink communities. Would that be a more accurate? One of the subsets.
It depends on how you use it.
Let's just say one of the subsets.
Yeah, because I mean, it all depends on fetish and kinks are two different things. So
yes, I know kinks are one thing, but fetishes are more intense than kinks, if I remember correctly. Because we did do the definition of those real quick. like once. I think kink was something you're interested in, and fetish is something that you need sexually to complete. I think
Yep.
so. It'd be more. Would kink be a more apt description? I'll just say
Yes.
sub community, like just subset, just to make it more broad. But yeah, people don't like it, even though it is becoming a little bit more mainstream with the gays. The internet, with that layer of anonymity, makes people or allows people to be both kinder and more malicious. So I can't imagine the people who post like content about their children. I can't imagine. Like the people who got like lots of viewers because they're just like what was it? There was that one YouTube channel that like Oliver got a C on his math test, so we're gonna discipline. Like that's the title, and people are like, "Y'all are
Um,
crazy." I, mm-mm.
the ones that got legally in trouble for abuse
Yeah, because
because they
they did
filmed
it
their
because
abuse.
was
Yeah.
it because they curated environments just to make content that was abusive?
Yep.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah. So ooh, man, this map's gonna take a hot minute. I may not finish it tonight. I want to finish my beer and then I want to eat some nom noms before I go to bed or before I wind down. Mm-hmm. What am I still missing on this roof? Like, why is this? It sounds like KGT and Coulter are having a good time.
Yep.
I'm so surprised you got bingo that quickly last time. That was wild.
I literally got it in 5.
Like the first five, you're like,
Like I
oh,
had the perfect run. I had the
that's
absolute perfect run.
that's so cool. That's so cool. If my dad's flight does get canceled, then maybe we can watch a movie. I don't know what kind of movie, because you usually fall asleep in movies.
I guess I'll fall asleep cuddling.
Yeah, we'll either watch a TV show or a movie or something. Oh, speaking of my dad, he kind of annoyed me today when he got home from work. So I texted him about
Uh-huh.
what happened. I just said listen to your voicemail because it was such a long thing. I called him and left a voicemail. I'm like, hey, listen to your voicemail about the issues because there were issues with the washing machine, just so you know. He comes home today and I'm like, did you listen to your voicemail? He's like,
Uh-huh.
oh no. And I thought, oh, it's because you were so busy at work. You didn't have the time, right? No. This dude got off work at like 2:30 today, went to my sister's house in Canton, went to one of my nieces like I think it was like basketball, baseball, one of their sports games, I don't know. And didn't listen to the voicemail at all. And I'm like, "Excuse you?" Like I sent you a text message saying there were issues. Actually, hold on. What did I say? What did I say verbatim? I said verbatim, uh, I left a voicemail you should listen to when you get a chance. If I got that message from anyone, guess what I would do? My next opportunity, listen to the goddamn voicemail. I'm like, so of course, one of the first thoughts I had in my head, like, oh, so I'm just not important enough for you to take, a couple minutes out of your day just to listen to a voicemail about the washing machine that you spent $1,000 on, that we spent. Okay, I guess I'm just not that, because I'm sure if Katie said that, you would have listened to it. I'm sure if Ashley said that, you would have listened to it. But me, no, of course not. That's where my brain goes. I also acknowledge that my father is not very technologically inclined, and my anxieties and my insecurities are just acting up. I get it. It's just that's where my brain went first. Hell, it may be true, and I hope I never find out. I hope I never find. I already say, like, in a joking but serious manner, like, oh well, out of all your children, I'm like your least liked, because my older sister gave him grandbabies. My younger sister, especially when she lived here, would do all the things with him, like go to like the football games, baseball games, go do stuff, whereas I just exist. So my only value is I pay bills. That's it. I'm just a wallet. I know it's not how he views me, but that's how sometimes I feel like he views me, because we don't have that many shared interests. It's not his fault. He's tried to include me into things, but it's just things I'm not interested in. Like I don't care about sports. Um and I will say, when it started getting really like intense, where he's like, "Oh, we're going to go to this town and like just go like hang out, right? Do you want to come?" I'm like, "I work overnight, so like I can't." So by the time I started working days again, they already had their routines. Like it was little sister and dad all like yeah. So I don't know. I think I'm just being a petulant child, even though I'm in my 30s. Part of me is just like, I wish I had a closer relationship with him, but when he's like, "Hey, do you want to get a closer relationship, child?" And I'm just like, "Ugh, no, go away." So like, it's not his fault. It's all my fault. My father's great. He really is. He's one of the kindest people that I know. Um, and if the situation was reversed, where he died versus my mom, I can promise you, I would not be living at home. I would probably be homeless or living on the street, because I would not live with my mother. Um, yeah. Like, I love my mother to death, but no. So, not to get too sad. I shouldn't get too sad. But I didn't realize this, because it came across years after my mom died. Probably like 5 or 10 years. So, and I guess I'm sure you've noticed this. One of the most humbling and yet scary things is realizing that your parents, they're not these pillars of right and wrong. They're not infallible. They're just people. They don't have all the answers. They're just trying to figure shit out, just like we are. Like, they're just human beings. Very similar when you see a teacher at the grocery store outside of school, you're like, "What?" It's the same thing when you realize your parents are just people. Um, and they have all the trappings and flaws and neuroses that people have. And one of those things that I've acknowledged, and I hope that you don't experience anytime soon, Argus, or anybody listening, is that even if you love both of your parents, when one of them passes away, after some time has passed and you've come to terms with it, there will be a part there's you I think there is just a part of you that's just like, the right parent died first or the wrong parent died first. I don't know. Maybe that's a little bit nihilistic of me. I don't know. Because like I love my mother to death. Like she and I got along like so well, but she had a lot of problems. Um, and the way I know my father now to the way that I knew my mother before she died, the relationship I would have with my family would not be the same, and it wouldn't be the same in a negative sense. Like it would, no. Like I love my mother, but I would not, with how she was towards the end, I would not wish her alive. As terrible as I feel saying that, I would not, I would not bring her back to life as she was when she died. I wouldn't do it.
Yeah, I get it.
Because when she was sober, she was great. I mean, a little high strung, but she and had an opinion for everything. She thought she was always right, but that's
Mm-hmm.
parents, that's moms specifically.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Overprotective, over opinionated, very loving and nurturing, but like sometimes you just want to
Mm-hmm.
slap them, being like, I'm a grown ass adult, leave me alone. If I fail, I'll fail, but just like let me figure that out first. And when I want your help, I will come to it. I will ask for it.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like what really settled in my head when I was like, oh, the right parent died first was when it was years after she passed away. We were talking about it, and we were talking about like, oh, what's like the earliest memory that we have of, like of mom and everything, or like what's some common ones we have. And my younger sister said that she has like no good memories of her
Mm-hmm.
because I remember before the drinking got really bad because it started
Mm-hmm.
happening probably 2004 ish. Like it started happening, I think, in 2000 when her father passed away, but I think it started getting crazy when my older sister started either late high school or thinking about college. Then she's like, then the empty nest syndrome kicked in and ramped it up a lot. Well, my older sister graduated in 2006. My younger sister was born in 94, so she was 12. And that's assuming that's when it started getting bad. That's assuming that's when it started getting
Right.
bad. So she's like, I don't have very many like positive memories of mom. She's like, do you know what uh, and my sister, and this broke my heart. Like I almost started crying. She's like, do you know what, if someone said, what's the first thing you remember of your mother? You know, obviously before the death, like, do you know what I think about? This is what my sister said to me. She's like, I
Mm-hmm.
remember I was 14 years old. So this was 2008, probably like a year before she passed, like a 6 months to a year. She's like, mom walked into my room when I was reading a book or whatever. Out of nowhere, just walked in. I looked at her. She looked at me. And she said, more people would like you if you weren't so fat. And then she just walked away. Or more people would like you if you're prettier or something to that effect. And I'm just like, I didn't know that. And if I was in your position, I would never forget that either. She's like, yep, that's my memory of our mother. I'm like,
That's sad.
it is. And I know that my the mom that I remember, the mom that when I would lay on the couch with my legs draped over the side of the couch and she would just scratch the scalp of my head while she was smoking and reading a book, or the mom who would chastise me when I would be like, "Hey, can I go to a friend's house? Can a friend come over?" And she's like, "No, you know my rules." Like that mom would be horrified if she heard that. Like
Mm.
her heart would break. But the mom that died, the one that was, because my mom, she died years before her body gave out.
Mm-hmm.
Um, because her sadness, her depression, the loss of her father, who was in his 60s, if not 70s. So the average time for a human being to die
Mm-hmm.
for her old father who was already in low health, his death and her sadness were more important than her kids and her family.
Yep.
That was more important to her. Let me wallow in my grief with my father who lived an old age and passed away naturally instead of my kids and my husband and all of the things thereof. That was more important to her. And you know what? I used to have like these weird waking dreams. Like usually right before I go to bed, I I create a dream in my head to get my body stop thinking about going to sleep, and I start a quote unquote dream in my head and then eventually I fall asleep. So like one of the things I would do is it always come into time travel, right?
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things I would do is like, well, if I could go back in time to like when I was, I don't know, 10, 11 years old, like what would I do? And of course, like with time travel of any kind, there's always the thing like, okay, well, am I just an observer? Like I can't talk to anybody and I'm just watching?
Mm-hmm.
Or is my adult brain going back into my child body and like all that
Mm-hmm.
fun stuff? So one of them I would do is, would I tell anybody that I'm actually like an adult? And one of them, I'm like, okay, well, like in the branching decision path of me saying I'm an adult, one of the thoughts I would have is I would go to my mother when it's just her and I, and I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
hey, or actually sometimes a lot of time my dad is there too, but I'm like, I'm an adult, and they're like, what are you talking about? I'm like, no, I'm like, for me, it's the year 2000, blah blah blah. I'm like in my
Mm-hmm.
30s, and like this is, and she's like, prove it, and I'm like, okay, well, this reason, this reason, this reason, and then once they believe me, they're like, oh, what's it like? And I'd be like, yeah, politics, whatever, blah 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 blah. Don't really care. Still in the house, all that fun shit. And they're like, oh, well, how are your sisters? I'm like, oh, Katie's doing really good. You know, she's graduated, she's got a good job and everything. I never graduated. It's not great. I I go through a lot of things. Like it's not great, but I've kind of leveled out now. Like I didn't get anything crazy like drugs or guns or anything. I'm just really sad, and I dropped out of school and I just worked in retail for a long time. And they're like, oh, what about Ashley? I'm like, oh, Ashley's great. You know, she graduated, got a doctorate, she has her degree, she's married, has kids. And at that point, my parents would be like, oh, that's great, that's amazing. What kind? Like, how many are there? Like, what are they? And like, are we part of their lives? I'm like, oh, they love their grandpa. And my mom'd be like, well, what about me? And I'm like, you died. Well, why? Was it like a car accident? I'm like, no, you died. Like, your body gave out. It was your liver, it was your lungs, it was everything involving your smoking and your drinking. You died when I was 18. And they
Mm-hmm.
never got to know you. You never saw Ashley get married. You never saw Katie graduate. You weren't there for when Dad and I got into this huge shouting match about how I felt like I was a failure. So you missed that. And she'd be like, "Well, why did I die?" And I'm like, "Because your grief was more important than us." And like honestly, now that I'm an adult, I get it. Like if I'm not speaking to you as your son, who is still bitter about it, but if I'm speaking to you from one adult to another, I get it. Sometimes the grief can be so all encompassing you don't see the people around you. Like I understand it. I really do. Because you have that main character syndrome where we're like, well, all these problems are just my biggest concern and poor me, poor me, poor me. Like I get it, but like that's not how the world works. And you, not my mom, but you, the human, you just did the best that you could, and it's wrong of me to expect you to do the best because you're human. You're not just my mom. You're Dad's wife. You're the accountant who works at this company. You're just a woman trying to deal with life, and life can be difficult. And part of me is angry with you, and part of me is sad that your family, didn't notice it enough to help you. Though, granted, you going to jail and getting a DUI for like a year and a half should have been the biggest goddamn wake up call, but whatever. Um, so, and then of course, out of her mouth next, like, oh, did your father remarried? I'm like, no, dad works like 60, 70 hours a week. He's too busy. And he always said that he would never remarry because you were the love of his life. And even with all the struggles that you guys had, like, he never would have divorced you unless you did something unforgivable. But, I mean, hell, when you guys were fighting when I was like 15 years old, like 14, 15 years old, and having these arguments. Oh, see, there we go. I just realized because I remember all three of us, so me and my two sisters, huddling in the basement and crying, be like, are mom and dad going to get a divorce? And my older sister being like, no, they're not going to. And I must have been like 14 or 15 at the most, which means my younger sister was 10 or 11. So,
Yeah.
So, I mean, I miss her. Sometimes I wish I can ask for her advice. Sometimes I wonder how she'd feel about you. Sometimes I wonder if she had stayed, if she had lived and sobered up, and I went through what I went through with college, if she would make it worse, if she would make it better. Like, would I have done better that first semester in school when I found out she died? Because that happened right before my first pair of midterms, and I just stopped caring.
Mm-hmm.
I just stopped caring. I didn't give a shit anymore. I mean, granted, it was my second semester when she passed away.
Mm-hmm.
And I already didn't do that well, but people say like that first semester you don't do well in college because, oh, I'm an adult. Yay, I'm living away from home. So yeah, like, would I have stayed at GCSU? Would I have stayed at that school? Would I had dropped out? Would I have transferred earlier? I do tell my father that if she had lived and stayed the way she was, and I did transfer out, I would not have lived at home. I would have done everything in my power not to live at home. And my dad's like,
Right.
fair point. So I'm the kind of person that doesn't believe that I wish I can go back in time and change things, because it's one of the reasons why I don't. If someone's like, if you can go back and fix one mistake you've made, I'm like, I wouldn't fix any of them, because those mistakes, those successes, the failures, the crying, the laughing, those made me who I am now. And I mean, would I like to know if, like, in the multiverse that is me, like, am I the bad timeline? Kinda yes, but also kinda no. Like, if a different alternate version of me pops up with the ghost of like Christmas past, be like, see, this is your future if you don't follow the right path, and then that person be is like, no, I'll change, I swear, and they disappear. I'm like, what the fuck did I do? Am I curious? Yes, of course. But like, it's also entirely possible that my mom living would have made me move away, which could have left, like, opened me up to like a car accident. I could have died when I was like 24. Who knows?
Right.
So, I mean, don't get me wrong. I do. Part of me wish for small stuff. Part of me wishes I had one of the, like, the Futurama what if machine. Like, I do kind of wish that, but it'd be for small stuff,
Right.
like, oh, well, what if when GameStop was going crazy, I did invest like the rest of them? Like, would I have been too late? Like, what would have happened? Or, oh, if I had said, yeah, let's try dating, even though I wasn't sure of it, like, if I just said, yeah, let's give it a shot, like, months before, would things be different? I mean, that's not a small thing, but, it's a thing. If I moved out right now, either by myself or living with you, like, what would that be like?
Mm-hmm.
Besides the obvious, like my dad selling the house.
Right.
So yeah, but I'm also a believer of. I mean, the human part of me always wants to go back in time and be like, oh man, I wish I wish I didn't do that thing that was super awful. But the logic part of me is like, well, that thing that was super awful taught you that what not to do. Or, oh, I wish I can go back in time and change the one thing I did that ended a friendship. It's like, no, but yeah, the pain of that friendship ending hurt like hell, but it also taught you like what you won't tolerate in other friendships going forward.
Right.
So yeah, no one likes this. We all wish we can go back in time and change some things, but logically we shouldn't because those bad experiences, just like the good ones, teach us just as much, teach us who we are. It
Mm-hmm.
may take us a little bit longer to like learn the lesson, but we still learn the lesson.
Right.
I did not mean to get so deep and philosophical and
It's okay.
emotional, but meh.
It's okay, baby.
But yeah, my mom was fucked up.
Yeah.
I will say though that knowing that my parents are humans and not these pillars of, I don't even know this, like aptitude, knowledge, not knowledge, they are knowledgeable, like aptitude, morality, all of that shit is both horrifying and freeing. Because now, like, especially now when I talk to my dad, I talk to him like more of a human than my father who knows all the answers to everything. Because when you're a kid, you're like, my parents know everything. But now I'm
Right.
like, Dad, do you know this? He's like, I don't fucking know. And I'm like, shit, I don't either. But you're an adult. Like, yeah, but I live
Mm.
at home, so I still have the mentality of like a 16-year-old.
Yeah.
Why? Yeah, why do you think that anytime we comes to the house and they're like, oh, can we install this thing? I'm like, I'm not the homeowner. I got to talk to my dad.
Yeah. No, I get that.
So, um, yeah. So I feel like I feel like more so when people are like, oh, I wish I had noticed, like when they want to go back and change something. Do you like, so when we watch those Reddit stories, right? Those AI reading ones, it's usually like, oh, I didn't see that for months. My partner was cheating on me. And I just didn't notice the signs. So I feel like when people want to
Mhm.
go back in time and change that, that's one of the more minor ones they want to do. Like, oh, I wish I had noticed months earlier that my partner was cheating on me so I could divorce them earlier, like that kind of thing.
Right.
But I haven't had anything like that. Like my mom's drinking and everything. I was 18. Well, no, I wasn't 18. When it started getting bad, I'm pretty sure I was like 15. Like 14, 15, 16. That's not my responsibility. I was a child. It's not, that's more of like my mom and my dad kind of thing, but my dad was working so much he couldn't because my mom was not a great partner because she financially abused my father to a small extent. Um Made my dad pay for all the bills on his money, and then
Mm-hmm.
when he's like, "Oh, Lee, we had to pay car part, like we had to buy like car parts or whatever. Can I get some money to pay the bill?" She's like, "No," and she had thousands in her savings account.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, my mom was not a good partner
Mm-hmm.
at that time in her life, financially or emotionally, to my father. That's why money
I
is such a
gotcha.
sensitive topic to me.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's one of the reasons.
Makes sense.
And that's why I'm 100% of the mind. And sometimes I worry that I'm doing it to my dad. Being like, oh, well, I have like $1,200 in my savings account. My dad's like, well, I need money to pay gas. And I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, Dad. Not pay gas. I give him money for gas. He's like, oh, can I borrow some money for gas? Like, can I borrow like $50? You're like, all right, but it's kind of pushing it. But I'm like, I have $1,200 in my savings account. Am I being bad? And I'm like, no. Like, it's nothing's getting cut off. Also, we all know that if he came to you being like, "I can't pay a mortgage, I need $200. Do you have it?" and you would give it to him 100%. You'd bitch about it the entire time, but you'd give it
Mm-hmm.
to him. And hell, out of my savings account, I gave him $500 to pay for a new washing machine because I felt it was unfair for him to shoulder the entire burden of a washing machine that we both use.
Right.
And I'm like, now my savings account has less than $1,000 in it, which makes me super goddamn sad. But you know, it is what it is. I already told him though. I'm like, well, if we ever sell this house, or you get, or like you want to sell the house or whatever, I'm taking the washing machine because I bought half of it. And if you want to take it, like if you want to sell this house, and like move up north or whatever, and you want to buy your own washing machine, I demand you pay me the $500 back. And he just like rolled his eyes. He's like, okay. And I'm like, if you die, and hell, I'm like, even if Vargas and I are living together and we have a washing machine, if you die, I'm still gonna take this one because it's mine. It can sit in storage for all I care. This is mine. Hell, I'll have 2 washing machines in my house. I don't give a fuck. We're not selling it. It's mine. So he just laughed at me. He's like, "You're insane." I'm like, "Damn right, I'm
Oh, I
insane."
would too.
I'm like, "Damn right, I'm insane. I'm your kid." I fell off the roof. I fell off the roof. So what was interesting is that also, if it starts getting too personal, then let me know and I'll stop talking about it in terms of broadcasting. So I told my dad, like when you told me how your mom wanted to take you to the ER because she thought you were getting sick, and I'm like, yeah, he's annoyed by it because of this, and that. I thought it was interesting how like growing up, mom was like, oh, unless you're bleeding or dying, I'm not taking you to the hospital, whereas his mom's like, um, oh, you've been sick for a day, let's go to the ER, and not even urgent care, but it's just
Oh,
ER.
that's not the point, maybe.
What's
That
up?
that wasn't why she was doing that. It's not just because I was sick.
Well, because you were sounding really bad because you were coughing really bad, right? And because
Okay. And because of the time I almost died.
no, that I was gonna get to that point, but
Oh, okay.
so I was telling my
Sorry.
father this, and he's like, "Well, yeah, it's a different breed for moms because they're overprotective." I'm like, "Yeah, but to be fair, she is a little. He did almost die, so she's thinking that, I'm sure."
Uh-huh.
Um,
It's the whole thing she was thinking about.
yeah, and then I knew that the medical thing was a bit weird, so I started telling him about your boundaries for work. So I'm like, that's a little more cut and dry. And I'm like, oh yeah, they work at the same building and all this fun stuff. But he's just like, no, professional, blah, 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 blah. And then it came out that you were the only child. And he's like, oh, he's the only child? I'm like, yeah, didn't you know? He's like, no. Like, no wonder. Like, no, that's just how moms are. And I'm like, yeah, but it's frustrating. He's just trying to, like, be professional, be an adult. It's like, nope, that's just moms. That's just how they are. I'm like, that's crazy. That's not all the conversation, but I now notice that I've stepped into a line of topic that I do not want to continue because it's a bit weird, and I'm just gonna stop the conversation now.
Mm-hmm. It's all good.
So I do love your mom's nickname for you, though. It's really cute. Do you know what my mom's nickname for me was?
What?
Clicky Boy.
That's funny.
Because especially when I was like going through my growth spurt, my ankles would click when I would walk like down the hallway.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd be walking, and she's like, "Oh, I hear Clicky Boy," and I'm like, "Mom, stop it! I can't help it." And she would just laugh. I was so jealous of my sisters because they had nicknames growing up and I didn't. My Uncle Brad gave them nicknames and I never had one. And I'm like, I want a nickname. Give me a nickname. So, like, the only nickname I got, like, reluctantly was Chips because I like to eat chips.
Lame.
My older sister's was Mo for Ashmo when she was a baby. And my younger sister's was Bug because it was Katie Bug. I'm like, why don't I have a nickname? They're like, I guess it could be Chips because you like eating chips. And I'm like, fine. So I never now the only really nickname I have with any sort of like like that could be used for not everything, but that was used for any significant amount of time before I met you was my last name. Because
Mm-hmm.
there were a lot of people who shared my first name where I worked. So we started going. So like that's a nickname technically, I guess.
Kinda,
But besides that,
in a way.
I've never had like I've never had like a nickname that people call me.
Yeah, I got you.
For the longest time, I wanted to go by my middle name because I wanted a nickname so badly.
Mm,
I never did, obviously. I think I
I got
remember in
you.
middle school asking my friends, being like, "Hey, how would you feel if I went by my middle name?" And they're like, "What's your middle name?" I'm like, "It's this," and they're like, "That's dumb." And I was like, "Okay." So I don't create trends. I follow them because I just want to be
Mm-hmm.
included. Because I
Love
am
it.
a sad, sad human being, especially when I was a kid. Also, I'm sorry for the previous topic of conversation. I won't mention stuff like
No,
that
you're
again.
good. I'm not worried about it.
I don't want you to think I crossed the line.
No, absolutely not. I just wanted to make sure that like why I was annoyed
Well,
was the whole point of her anxiety and everything. It wasn't anything.
no, I knew. Like, listen, like I told you in the text message, I'm like, I understand where she's coming from. Because if I had been there when you had the problem, I'd be doing the same goddamn thing. But as someone who was not there, I'm just saying that she should wait 24 hours or until you say something's not right. Because hell, you've seen me. I panic about fucking stubbing my toe. So, like, I understand, empathize, and would be with her in her panicking if I had known you when that happened. Even if we were just friends when it happened, if I had known you then, I would be right there with her being like, no, you're going to the ER. Or at least urgent care. Maybe the ER is a bit much because it's crowded and all that fun, but urgent care. And then when you were like, oh, well, we have an oxygen machine, I'm like, okay, then I would just say, use the oxygen machine. But my family didn't go that way. Like, hell, even, I mean, this is how flippant I am to it. My mom always said that unless you're bleeding or dying, I'm not taking the ER. And I remember asking her, like, well, how do you know if we're dying? She's like, well, if you're bleeding a lot. I'm like, oh. Or she's like, I would just know. I'm like, okay. So I also know that's kind of bullshit because if I was like, Mom, I'm really sick, she would take me. But like, we did not have a lot of money growing up. So yeah. We weren't poor, we were lower middle class. If that gives perspective.
Look at it.
Um, so I to anyone watching and to you yourself, Argus, I know your mother's anxieties weren't unfounded considering what happened to you when you like
They're
years
way
ago with
too
COVID.
much.
I totally understand it, and I'd be there right through it. I'm just saying that as an outside viewer, she should have probably either waited until you said something's wrong or until at least 24 hours had passed because you were really sick for like what 12 when she's like ER.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my perspective, but I'm also not a parent and I didn't see what happened to you. So
Yeah. Well, I laid on the couch for a week and a half, and my oxygen went down to like low 80s.
yeah, what is the normal oxygen level? Supposed to be 100%, I guess.
Anywhere from 100 to 95.
Okay. I like after you told me about that, and I was just like, oh well, maybe she should wait 24 hours before you guys do that. And you're like, I just used the blood oxygen machine, and I'm at like I'm normal oxygen levels. I'm like, okay, whatever fear that I had in my brain is also gone. Now I
Well, the other thing too is I told her I'm like, when she started freaking out, I told her I spent all day doing stuff around the house. I walked up down the stairs, cleaned out the garbage, got new garbage bags, put them in there, took garbage bags upstairs, took all the garbage out from upstairs, went back downstairs, did all sorts of stuff. And I told her when I was on the couch not being able to do anything, this is not that. And she's like, I know, it just worries me. And then I started coughing, literally coughed like 3 times. And she sent me that text. And that's why I was angry.
Yeah. I know. I mean, I am right there with you. Like in the same breath where I'm like she was panicking too much, there is a small part of me that's a little jealous that you have your mom there to panic. Does that make
I get it.
sense?
I get
So,
it. I mean, I get it based on you making excuses for.
yeah.
I get it.
I'm also
And it's not a bad thing.
no.
It's just a thing.
Yeah. I mean, hell, you and I can both be a little pig-headed, especially when it comes to like medical care. So, having someone be like, "Go do it."
Yeah,
Because like, have you scheduled your appointment yet to get more prep?
no.
Yeah. See, me neither. And you and I both have health
I'm
insurance.
also still waiting for my health insurance codes and everything to get here
Oh, I thought you had health.
because
I thought.
because it technically hasn't been set yet.
Oh, well, I have health insurance and I have for a long time, and I still don't want to do it because I'm too anxious, nervous, whatever, to find a doctor to schedule that appointment. That's why I liked having Kaiser because one building did everything. Even though I
Hmm.
tell people I had Kaiser, like, oh, Kaiser's awful, and I'm like, it was nice though getting like a doctor's appointment because it was down the road and there was parking and it was just I could schedule the whole thing on an app. But now if I want to get like a gay doctor, they're like all in Atlanta, which fuck that. Or like I have to go on a waiting list because other people who don't want to go to Atlanta also want the gay doctors. So we need more gay doctors, especially outside of the Atlanta city limits.
Yes.
Speaking of, I should probably apply to that company that our James and Steven used to use, or maybe still do. I don't know. To see if I can get into them. Because I every like 6 months or so, I apply, being like, "Do you have a spot for me?" And they're like, "Nope, you're still full." I'm like, "Damn it," because that's not in Atlanta. I have people who I know and trust being like, "Oh, they're great." I'm like, "Cool," because that's the biggest problem for me. Is because when I was messaging my healthcare provider and they were trying to like help me find a doctor, the only reference I had to go on was like Google Maps reviews, and a lot of them were like, "Oh, they're like not good. Like the staffing is awful, or the nurses are terrible. The doctor's nice, but I couldn't get my prescriptions. I couldn't get refills. Like I just couldn't deal with. I just like I don't know what just people being salty or what's actually a problem. This isn't like buying a computer. This is like and I was complaining about to someone. Oh, I know who I was complaining about that to. I was complaining about to Lee. And he's like, just go. And if you don't like it, don't go back. And I'm like, why the fuck would I spend my time, effort, and everything to go to a place that is most likely going to be ass? Because if I like it, I want that to be my doctor. And if I don't like it, I don't want to do the search again. Like, I don't understand what's wrong. He's like, you just go. And I'm like, fuck off. I didn't say that, but
No, I get it.
part of me
Yeah,
is just like, go ahead.
I'm not a fan of doctors to begin with, so
Also, I know the doctor's gonna say, "Hey, you're really fat." I'm like, I know. Why are you so fat? Okay, well, I quit smoking and then I worked from home. So then, in like the span of a year, I gained like 80 to 100 pounds. Sorry. Well, you should work on that. I know. Do you want Ozempic? No. I mean, yes, because it's the cheap option, but no, because I heard side effects are awful. So, oh, so I was talking to KGT about Disney, and he's like, yeah, like a month before you go, whether it's this year, next year, or however many years down the line, maybe you should start taking like mile-long walks with the dog, or even by yourself. Because if your thing is your feet gonna hurt, you need to train your feet. And I'm like, but I like my 20-minute walks that are like just a half-mile round trip. I'm lazy. And they're like, then your feet will suffer for it when you're walking to 6 parks and your partner is like, let's keep going. And I'm like, ow. Because he can compartmentalize his pain with his feet. You cannot. I'm like, I know. I know. Oh, let's see. Have I gotten bingo yet? Oh, someone got bingo. Oh, KHD got bingo. So the only thing, not the only thing, but one of the things I'm missing is full squad. Not gonna get that. Or 500 bits. Or doesn't die in a game. Those are the ones, like the ones where I only need one to finish a bingo. Ow, my butt! I've been sitting in this chair for too long.
That's how you.
It's okay. It's my own fault. I could have gotten out of there, but I was
I'll
like, ooh,
massage it.
I stream again. It's almost 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
I think I'll finish this roof, and then I think I'll call it. Because I still want to eat something and everything before I actually go to bed. And I can't sleep all day tomorrow. Most of the day, yes, but not all day. Especially if I want to go to like the grocery store and get stuff before it gets crazy busy. Because my sister will be over probably like 5 o'clock or something. You got... Oh. Bingo! I got bingo! Thank you, Argus. Woo! So am I third place for that one?
I am. Colty got second.
Oh, son of a bitch. I haven't podium once.
Yeah, KGT's gonna get it again.
Better him than Mushroom.
Well, Mushroom's not even on the board.
I know, I guess he hasn't been watching or something.
Yeah, he's at 40.
Don't get me wrong, I'm sure he's a nice guy, but for like months, it was like, who's always the top? Mushroom. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, it's just a little suspicious when he starts, and I'm like, oh, I have 5 of them. He's like, oh, I got bingo. And I'm like, okay, that one time is fine, but then it happens like 5 cards in a row. And you're like, excuse me? How? It's just a bit sussy baka, is all I'm saying. Oh, I just realized I'm going to be playing Hollow Knight for so long facing the Radiance, I'm going to want to cry. I'm going to cry. I'm going to cry.
No, don't cry.
But I will.
Oh, he's switching rivals. And I am gonna jump off because I am tired and mids are kicking in.
I'm not far behind you. I just want to finish the route, and then I will also be hopping off. Hold on,
Sounds
let
good.
me give you a proper goodbye. Hold on.
Okay.
Since you're actually leaving this time and not me just thinking you're leaving. Okay, muting Discord, muting my microphone. All right. Argus is gone for the night. Do, do, do. I'm so lucky for that man. Like sometimes I have this like dumb toxic part of my brain that's just like, oh, you'd be better off if you were single. And I'm like, I mean, better off how? It's like you could stay up all night playing video games and it wouldn't matter. Like, yeah, I mean, maybe, but also at the same time, I'd be sad. So I don't I don't need Argus to feel more fulfilled. I just want him because of who he is and how he is, and he helps me feel better. Both in allowing me to be the unrepentant couch potato that I am, but also help me get opportunities to, try and experience new things. So he just makes me better. I'm not a huge fan of it when we get into an argument and I'm in the wrong and he points out that I'm wrong and then I have to like internalize it and be like, okay, what did I do wrong? And then apologize for it because it makes me like, well, I shouldn't have to be wrong all the time. Like, well, you're wrong as often as you are because you're wrong and you have not great emotional intelligence sometimes. Okay, so that's fun. Because like it's also a very clear thing of like, is it better to have loved and lost than never loved at all? And I'm like, part of it's like, no, it's better to not have loved at all because you don't feel the pain. But it's better to have loved because you know what it could be. And like I would rather know. So I mean, God forbid if anything ever happens to Argus and I, which I really hope it never does, but you never know what's gonna happen. If something does happen after the hurt goes away, then I'll be like, okay, well, I would have rather. Well, I wish it didn't end the way that it did. I would rather have had it and then it ended than not had it at all. Though I'm sure in the moment I'll be like, I wish it never happened because this wouldn't hurt this bad. But as I've said before, I'm the kind of person that prefers. I would not go back and change things. Is what I'm trying to say. Like I wouldn't be like, I wish I never did this. Like no, I wouldn't do that. So I'm gonna do this. Oh, there's another game. Okay. Let's see. You get the window. There we go. I'm not used to using mouse and keyboard, so this whole thing is weird to me. Let's see. I'm kind of like talked out, even though I know I should talk somewhat. I don't want to talk about the bullshit of the washing machine again. I don't want to talk about like my mom and stuff again. I talked about YouTube comments and that bullshittery. I don't know if I want to do that again. Oh, let me go to the tippy top. So I'm running out of anime to watch because like the anime I'm currently watching is like not wrapping up, but some of the ones I watched are finished for the season because they were simulcasted, and then other ones are just like being simulcasted. So I'm like, well, I have nothing really to watch, which makes me very sad. I really want Freer and Beyond's World End Season 2 to come out. I understand why it's not going to anytime soon. It still makes me sad, though. Freeren's so good. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay. Uh-oh. I'm stuck. I'm stuck. There we go. Okay. Okay, hold on. So okay. I'm so close to being done. I see. Hmm, I'm so close. I'm so close to finishing. I'm gonna go up another one. I see. Let's finish on this side. Let me real with you. I think I'm gonna delete this VOD because like I talked about a lot of stuff that I don't know if I'd be okay with like I mean not many people watch like the big streams, so maybe it'll be okay. I don't know. I mean, one argument could be like, well, why are you okay with it being on Twitch but not on YouTube? Because I'm like, well, because YouTube is I don't have a bigger view base on YouTube, but it's just I don't know, it just feels more real because the only people who like really watch my Twitch VODs are people who know me. And I've talked about this kind of stuff before. Um yeah, so maybe I might keep this one up for like Twitch VODs, but I don't think I'm gonna keep this up for like I don't think I'm gonna put this to YouTube. I don't know. I mean, I'll like I'm down to talk about it in general, like YouTube, Twitch, whatever. It's just I feel like some of the things I touched upon got a little too personal. And also I started talking about like Argus's family, which even though he was okay with it, I don't know. Maybe I'll ask him his opinion tomorrow and see how he feels about it. I don't know. Oh, let me put this out more. Hi, Willow. How are you doing? So close. Okay, hold on. Chimney. Oh. Well, shit. Ah, ah, my butt. Oh, my, oof. Okay, so that one's done. Oh, my face. Why are you so itchy? Okay. Yay, root. No, I didn't mean to fall. E. Okay. E button, please. Thank you. Okay. Okay. There we go. Wait, didn't I? Okay, that was weird. Oh, come on. What is this last this last bit that I am apparently missing? Oh, there it is. See? There we go. Oh, I see. What's the next one? Oh, basically Stonehenge. I need to go back to the home base part, but I don't know how to get there without like doing this. No, this isn't so bad, but so I'm gonna close this then. Gonna do that then. Yeah. Okay. Well, since we're doing this, well, it's pretty much the end of the stream now. Thank you again for everyone stopping by to hang out, even just for this little 2.5 hours. I've been streaming like ballpark like 8 or 9 hours. It's been crazy today, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna upload this to YouTube or not. I'll I'll check with Argus tomorrow. But anyway, thank you everyone for watching me calm down from a very awful boss fight in um Hollow Knight. Okay, thanks. Goodbye.